So I'd like to welcome our guest today, Jared Vanderaa, who scored a KO win on the Contender Series last week. Jared, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing a little good, a little sore from today's practice, but doing all right myself. Yourself?
Yeah, I see you got a little bit of markings here and there. You getting ready for your fight with Sergey in a couple weeks?
Yeah, and my team doesn't like to play nice all the time, so
I got you. So how are you feeling after the fight? Did you have any injuries that you had to look at or anything?
nothing really. I just had some like slight bruising around my neck and shoulder area because most of the hits were landing on my neck and shoulders, so I had like some weird I had a weird looking hickey on my neck. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be an issue. It's like, babe, I swear it's no bitch. I was like, it was a guy. It was like, I know I saw it on camera. I was like, thank God.
So as I hinted at earlier, you have that fight coming up with Sergei Spivak on December 12th, I believe it is. And
Yes.
I listened to your call out in the post-fight presser, and I heard something about him saying that, or you saying that he ran from you in another promotion. Were you ever offered a fight with him in a different promotion and he turned it down or something like that?
Yeah. So I don't know exactly the details. So it's, I don't know if it was his coaches, him, management, whatever. But I was offered his belt in Ukraine. And I was like, yeah, I'm down to go. I was like, I would love to visit like the Eastern European countries. I went to Poland. I was like, this is really enjoyable. And yeah, so I was really excited to jump in and take that fight. And then like a week later, like, yeah, they don't want you to fight him anymore. I'm like, why? So yeah,
How do you expect that fight to go?
I feel like it's going to be a very like meticulous fight from both ends. So, but I could see this going really quick or ending in a UD in like a really good war. So I mean, I feel like it's going to be an exciting fight one way or another.
I know
So
he's fought a lot of experienced guys in the UFC so far. Do you think that experience is going to play a factor in this fight at all?
not really. Like, I mean, like, in a sense, like, this is the quote unquote biggest show, like, like, show in the sport. But at the same time, it's just another cage. It's just another person. Um, so yeah.
Before your fight with Harry, you hadn't fought in nearly a year. Why so much of the gap?
COVID. Like I had a fight scheduled literally in March. I was packing my bags to go to weigh-ins the next day, and they're like, "We have to cancel the event." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I spent all fucking day trying to redo my medicals because something happened, and now I'm here. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I was figuring that it had something to do with COVID. Um, so along the same lines of replacements and putting off fights and whatnot, you had to deal with a late replacement opponent for this fight last week. Did that throw you off at all?
A little bit because I wasn't planning on a guy that would blitz. I was planning a guy that was willing to stand, trade, get out, move in range, out of range. Do a little bit more of a technical standpoint, not a guy that's going to be like attack. I was like, oh shit, hands are coming at me.
I
So
heard you say something else pretty interesting in the post-fight interview. You said that you wanted to avoid Greg Hardy at all costs because you think that he's an easy fight. I just wanted to get your take on why that is.
honestly, I think all he has is athleticism. He kind of reminds me of one of my friends down here. He was also he was an NFL lineman, and he's powerful. He's explosive. I'm not taking that away from him, but honestly, I think if you could out grapple him, like he looks like a guy that you just have to just grapple. I mean, you put him against any of the grapplers in the heavyweight division, he doesn't win. Like you put him against Juan, Lennox, Verdum, Curtis. I don't see him beating any of those guys.
Do you think that the
And
UFC is kind of throwing him softballs a little bit by giving him guys that are only strikers or?
No. I like, I'll give credit where credit's due. He gets guys that, like a lot of people abuse the fact that they're heavyweights and they don't train all of this. They're like, oh, I'm big, I can hit really hard, and they call it a day. And I will give Greg this: he trains at AT&T with a good gym, and I'm sure they're trying to work on his grappling some way or another. But what, 3 years into the sport, if that, you're going to tell me that I'm going to be threatened from a guy that's only done 3 years of grappling versus my 10 plus years? And I mean, it's already shown that his cardio isn't the best. Yeah, and it's not because he's not athletic, dude. It's the complete opposite. It's because he's very muscular. The oxygen that it takes to run his body is going to drive him down. Like, it's going to kill his energy, and that therefore making it an easier fight if you could just get him on the fence, hold him against it, take him to the ground, and submit him.
So I saw on your record you had a couple fights for the Extreme Fighting Championship, and that's a promotion out of South Africa. Is that correct?
Yep.
Were you ever over there living for a little while?
Nope.
Just traveling back and forth?
Yeah. I did a lot of traveling there.
How was that promotion?
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I mean, this year, two of their champions signed to the UFC. Myself, and Dricus Duplessis. I cannot say his name for the life of me properly. Cool guy though. I love shooting the shit with that dude. Me and him got signed. Their former light heavyweight champion, Dolce. I'm not even going to try his last name. He signed with the UFC, I think, late last year. Maybe fought his first fight earlier this year. So I mean, EFC has right now, I think, 3 or 4 of their former champions fighting in the UFC. So I mean, they're bringing out decent quality people. It shows that the promotion is actually, harvesting UFC caliber fighters. And honestly, I loved just the whole experience with them. It was a fun time. And I appreciate, them giving me a shot, especially being American and flying me all the way out to South Africa like 4 times.
Mm-hmm. So I was following your Instagram the day of the fight, and I saw that you were hitting the sauna a good amount, and you definitely strike me as a very big heavyweight. So does the cut down to 265, excuse me, 165 would be a little excessive,
Yeah,
I'd say.
we ain't going there.
Yeah, you'd have to amputate a leg at that point or something. But does the cut down to 265 bother you at all? Is it a lot?
No, I like saunas too, and I was just like, all right, I'm jumping in this I wanted him to overcut so I could drink coffee in the morning. Yeah, like I did more of the weight cutting so I could just indulge in coffee in the morning. So I was like, all right, so if I don't eat dinner, I should easily make weight. But how much coffee can I have? None? All right, let's cut a couple extra pounds.
All right, awesome. Thanks. Well, that's all we have for you today, Jared. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm sorry about the little mix up with the time zones.
Oh, no problem at all.
Because I think I read East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I don't know. And it could be dyslexia. You don't give me papers to read. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at speaking. I'm just I'm a terrible human in general. Just a little you should put 404 on my head, air all the time.
Well, you seem like a great fighter and a pretty decent guy to me. So I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And sorry again for the mix-ups.